It's game day, baby. New York Jets, New England Patriots. It's going to be amazing. Yes, I'm still whispering. Yes, I still basically have a flashlight taped to the corner of my office here as we're doing this, but we're doing this together. That's what it's all about. A wise man once told me that it's the holidays and you do what you got to do. So, shout out to that wise man. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Dewey Mama.
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
As I was giving the intro, it just sort of hit me the ridiculousness of what's going on right now with a 3-12 football team that I'm so dedicated to that I am huddled up in my normal office. I'm doing different lighting to help the other people that are sleeping in my house. It would be better for you guys, I assume, to have normal full studio lighting, but I can't do that because I'm a nice guy. So I'm doing what I can for the show. So it just sort of hit me the ridiculousness of it, which is tremendous. So thank you everybody for joining us. My name is Paul Eston Jr., aka Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Again, welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show where a lot happens, including some New York Jets stuff. We have a lot of announcements to get to. I'll get to all of them here on the program. First, I'd like to welcome in my cohort for today's festivities. That'll be the one and only NFL insider Matt Lombardo from Between the Hash Marks. Between the Hash Marks. Few in the audience will get it, but you're welcome. Let's go to him. It's Matt Lombardo here on the show. What's up, Matt? Good morning.
Good morning. Belated Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Happy holidays to the Blair Jets studio with Paul Green, Boy Green, Esden Jr. I believe you were talking about the ridiculousness of this whole thing. The intro really adds to it because you have this bombastic rock song, playing you in, and then we got you kind of huddled over whispering in the corner. I think that we need to put it out there into the ether to the viewers, to the listeners, anyone who's musically talented. We need an acoustic version of the opener that for next holiday season, when Paul is hosting the in-laws and the family at his home, we can have the nice, calming acoustic open to set the mood.
Yeah, that's a good point because we'll hear it when we go a little bit to the phone lines. We have this version. Here it is.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man.
There's just a gentler nature, but
Yes.
perhaps, we could get like the library version, quiet sing along. We'll see if we could do that. So we've got a lot to get to. It is a game day. It's Jets Patriots, but I do want to get to a couple of things here. There's some exciting news, but also some somber, sad news. And I saw this yesterday, but I didn't see it till after the show. So I do want to highlight this for folks who were with us last year. Some very sad news was shared on the show a year ago, yesterday, December 27th. Roger Farish, we lost. He was a diehard member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. His daughter, Chloe, called into the show a year ago yesterday with her mom, and they talked about their dad passing away and how he was a loyal member of the Boy Green Coffee Club and the show of us talking about the Jets. And I've reflected a lot about this crazy show and huddled up in corners or being in my living room or the crazy guests or the diehard consistent guests like Matt Lombardo and others. It just makes you really appreciate everything. So I want to pour one out once again, Roger F. We have not forgotten about you, the Farish family. We have not forgotten about you either. And Roger will always be in our thoughts, love, and memories. So I pour one out today for Roger. And we love you, buddy. And I also love your incredible family. And Chloe and your mother and everybody are holding your memory very tight and remembering all the wonderful memories they shared with you as they continue on here. in this universe. But just wanted to make sure we gave a special shout out to Roger Farish. Rest in peace, buddy. And oh God, it just gets you. It just gets you, man, because this Jet show is just this goofy thing I just decided to do, and it's cool that so many people have resonated with it, so it means a lot. So again, put one out there as well. There's no proper way to transition from that, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Roger. As my pop is screaming about in the comment section, I am screaming about it as loud as I can right now on this microphone. We have a brand new merch store open. Finally, it's open. You guys can go to it right now in the YouTube description down below. It's also the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. Feel free to do that. I've been talking about this for a while. We're starting small. There's a brand new coffee mug. There's a brand new coffee shirt. We gave a shout out to Aaron Glenn earlier this year. He said, "This ain't no instant coffee league." And I said, "Oh, that's cute with what we do here." So we have Instant Coffee Club t-shirts, Instant Coffee Club mugs for the Boy Green Daily Coffee Club. Hopefully you guys order it up. If we have a great response, we'll add a bunch of new items to the merch shop. So guys, check out the new merch store. And it is from my aunt. I wanted to do it with someone I knew so the quality would be better. And I'm glad Coochie here says, "I approve of the dirty merch." Yes, my wonderful aunt has taken over the merch shops. There you go. Hey, is there any Matt Lombardo merch shop? Is there some Matt Lombardo merch out there?
I have thought about, there's a couple of projects that I've been working on, and
Yeah.
one of them would be a Between the Hash Marks merch shop. Maybe I'll have to get with you off air and pick your brain on how you launched it, how you put it
Mm.
together, how you're managing it, because that might be the next step in 2026. So kudos to you. I will say that as soon as we're off here, I'm going to have to find a way to get a coffee mug so that
Ooh.
on our Sunday hits, I can sip the coffee from
Ah.
the Boy Green Coffee Club mug, and there could be
Ah.
some branding that goes on there. Maybe even bring it to my podcast, and folks
Mm.
can say, "Oh, that's a great looking mug. What is it?" It's the Boy Green Show. If you're a Jets fan,
Mm.
check it out.
100%. I love the cross pollination there. I will tell you, this is weird breaking fourth wall. We're supposed to be talking about Jets, but um, there are easier ways out in the universe to like set up merch shops very quickly, and some other person in a different country, I guess, is working it and doing it, and that all sounds great. You can make it very quickly, but the problem is the return time. I wish I was joking about this, but I've received a few recent emails from people that from my previous merch shop, which I've like burned to the ground. It doesn't exist anymore. Don't buy anything from it. It's all our new merch shop that we have in the link down in the description. But people had bought a coffee mug from this merch shop that I thought was great, and they get it like 2 years later, and like they forget about it, and then all of a sudden they get a knock on the door. They're like, "What the hell?" And they go to it, open it, like, "Holy shit, this is the coffee mug
It
I ordered
came.
2 years ago." So better late than never, I suppose. But that crazy, like I was like, okay, I need to do something here. This is getting out of hand. So we have the brand new merch shop, which is great. So we have a coffee mug and a t-shirt. It's dirt cheap. The mug is
Awesome.
$10. The t-shirts are $15. So folks, like I said, if we get a strong response, we're gonna blow it up and open more stuff. But I don't want to bite off more than we can chew. And it is made in the US, as my pop says. So it's beautiful. It's my aunt. It's a local business. And I thought it was a perfect partnership with someone who does merch stuff already and keep it in the family and make sure it's
Wow.
improved quality for you guys. So again, merch shop, brand new, brand new. It's open. Prices are incredible, so hopefully you guys can check it out. And shout out to Mahar Khalil. Mac was the Instant Coffee Club request guy. So Mac, I'm glad that you're going to be getting in on that. So again, guys, make sure you guys take pictures and let us know. Tag me on social media whenever you purchase anything, and I'll blow it up on social. So I appreciate it. All right.
That's outstanding. We got to get the coffee mug. The coffee mug has to happen. I'm so pumped for this. I'm going to check it out
Okay.
after the show.
There you go. Beautiful. Well, Matt, we've got Jets Patriots today. We got the rematch. The Jets were more competitive than I think a lot of people would have thought in the first matchup. They still lost ultimately by multiple scores. They had Justin Fields at that time as the starting quarterback. Good times. And he's since been placed on IR. He's out for the season and probably out for, I mean, uh, his Jets career. It's probably
Ain't going to
over.
see him no more. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I think all that's over. So the venture now is to find the next quarterback of the New York Jets. And for today, Brady Cook will get his third straight start, undrafted free agent. A lot of fans in the audience are calling him our resident tank commander, as the Jets are apparently trying to lose
That's
as many
great.
games as possible. Uh, Tyrod Taylor had a personal situation, so he didn't practice on Friday. And interestingly, the Jets just elevated Hendon Hooker from the practice squad yesterday, which could indicate an uncertainty of the availability of one Tyrod Taylor. So we will see. But who would have thunk it? Hendon Hooker has thrown 9 passes at the NFL level, and Brady Cook, an undrafted free agent out of Missouri. These are the answers to the Jets' quarterback problem in Week 17, Matt Lombardo.
Yeah, I remember a couple years ago being down in Mobile for the Senior Bowl, and all of the buzz was about Hendon Hooker and how he wasn't going to be able to play. But, the fact that he had the injury, teams were excited to meet with him. The media was excited to get around him. He lands in Detroit, where everybody thought, oh, well, maybe he'll develop into the heir apparent to Jared Goff. This could be a steal as a mid to late round draft pick. Like, it just seemed like there was so much promise for Hendon Hooker, and then people saw him in the preseason, and people saw Hendon Hooker hold on to the ball for an eternity, some struggles with some turnovers. It never quite panned out. And here he is, the Jets practice squad quarterback, elevated today. I do wonder if
Mm,
things get out of hand early, which is always possible when you're playing a team like the Patriots. Do
yeah.
we see Hendon Hooker in the second half getting some NFL action? Do we see Hendon Hooker get the start in week 18 in the season finale in Buffalo against the Bills? Because two things. One, he's your kind of developmental. We always talk about who's the young quarterback on the roster, who's the guy that you can develop. He could be your developmental young backup. Or if he sets the world on fire and he goes out against the Bills backups next week and throws for 250 and 3 scores, you could flip him for a fifth round pick. And you could add to your war chest next year, because as we're finding out, as we're seeing as this season comes down the stretch, there are a lot of quarterback desperate teams. And if Hendon Hooker gets some snaps, there's really no downside, nothing to lose to playing him at this point in the year.
You nailed it perfectly. There's just this nothing to lose mentality. Obviously, Justin Fields out for the season, so that chess piece is off the board. Tyrod Taylor's battling groin, knee injuries, and then whatever this personal situation that just came up. Brady Cook is already getting the start today, so that's already been foretold, but he has not played well. He has 6 picks and he's fumbled 3 times in his very limited opportunities so far. So I think if he continues to play poorly, to your point, we could see some Hendon Hooker action today. I think at the very least we could definitely see it in week 18. And what do you have to lose? This guy's thrown 9 passes at the NFL level, not counting any of the preseason games that you referenced. He's 27 years old. Again, his entire journey sort of shifted there, unfortunately, with the injury. He was at Tennessee. He was a Heisman person in contention, and he blows out his ACL, and he's an older prospect, and sort of everything just sort of all falls apart for him. So I'd love to see, some untapped potential here. Again, the Jets are 3-14. I don't know what the Jets have to lose here. By the way, a couple of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships are being gifted in the audience. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. And Chew gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. And I saw one more here. I'll stack them together here. Our number one Austrian Jets fan, baby. Sure. Branach and Jetman now has 50 raffle tickets for our contest this month. MFC's up to 19 raffle tickets. Very much appreciate it. MFC, your membership went to Deborah. We love Deborah. She always is commenting in the chat. So a big shout out to Deborah. Welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club. And Jay Reeves, 3 Sibs, another big time commenter in our comment section, also getting some love. So we appreciate that as well. On top of trying to find a quarterback, which we could talk about here, Matt, we're also looking for coaching staff, and specifically defense coordinator, although more changes to come for this Jet staff. That won't be the only change, I imagine, this offseason. So Steve Wilkes out. All right, let me throw a name at you. Okay, this is a guy that I've been wanting to write this piece for a while, but yesterday the entire family went out to the mall, and they gave me like 5 or 6 hours to myself, which is always dangerous. But I went, ooh, I could catch up on a lot of work. There's this article I wanted to write. I finally have the time to research it and grab the quotes and notes and everything I wanted to grab. And my dream guy, and again, isn't this everyone's dream, right? They want a married woman or a married man. We could never have just what's available. We always want the forbidden fruit. And the forbidden fruit is one Jim Schwartz, the Cleveland Browns defensive coordinator. He's been there since 2023. Again, for folks who are unaware of the rules, you are not allowed to make lateral jumps. So Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator with the Browns, Jets have a defensive coordinator opening. If the Jets said, "Hey, Cleveland, do you mind if we interview your guy?" They're like, "Shove it, pal." They can block those. Now, if Jim Schwartz was going to interview for the head coaching job, they couldn't do that to block promotions, but they could do that for lateral jumps. So the key to my puzzle, and I've been sort of getting in the right mood with this to push people down the stairs, Matt Lombardo. So, like, I'm playing in fantasy championships this week. You know, man child, we talked about that the other day. And yesterday he had Josh Jacobs, and I'm like, come on, Josh Jacobs, fumble, blow it, lose. And he ended up with 1.3 points. So the football gods shined upon me with favor with all my voodoo Josh Jacobs doll. So now my next voodoo doll, my next target is Kevin Stefanski at the Browns. I normally don't root for people to get fired, but buddy, I need to get where I need to get to, and you're just in the way, buddy. So I need to bag Kevin Stefanski, get him the hell out of the way, so we could get Jim Schwartz. I said this the other day, Matt, and I want your thoughts because he won a Super Bowl ring as the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2017. This guy seems to check off everything off the bucket list. I think Aaron Glenn had it right to go with experience, but the phrase I've been describing is right church, wrong pew. He went in the right direction, but he picked the wrong guy. I don't think that should scare him off from going in that same direction again. Just pick a better candidate for the position. And I think that it's Jim Schwartz. He's been a defensive coordinator forever. He's a former NFL head coach. He did that with the Detroit Lions for a couple of years, so that can only help, I imagine. He's who I want. Now you tell me, Matt. Can we shove Kevin Stefanski off a cliff? Is this possible? Give me the juicy deets here.
I think this is one of those good news, bad news scenarios for you
Ah,
in your
okay.
dream case to lure Jim Schwartz to the New York Jets, because I think undoubtedly, based on how this season has played out, based on how underwhelming the Browns offense has been really over the last couple of years, even when Deshaun Watson was the quarterback, that there's a real good chance that they wind up firing Kevin Stefanski, or at minimum, he's on the hot seat. But the problem comes in. If you're Jim Schwartz and you have the opportunity to continue coaching a defense that's anchored by Myles Garrett, a defense that you've built into a top 3 defense in the league, a defense where you're familiar with the culture and the scheme, I think there's a decent chance that you look at the Browns situation. They could look down the hallway and say, we're just going to hire internally. We're going to hire Jim Schwartz as our head coach. So he could potentially wind up as the head coach in waiting in Cleveland. But, to your point about bringing in an experienced voice in the room for Aaron Glenn, the right church, wrong pew mentality, Jim Schwartz has done this before, because when I covered the Eagles back in 2016, 2017 for NJ.com, Doug Peterson was a first-time head coach. Had never been a head coach in the league before. And one of the things that the Eagles did is they brought in 2 previous head coaches as his coordinators, with Frank Reich on offense and Jim Schwartz as the defensive coordinator. Schwartz won a Super Bowl ring in year 2 in 2017. He was he guided the Eagles to the number 4 rated defense in the league that season before going on and getting a head coaching job after that. But when you look at Jim Schwartz as a guy, would be an absolute grand slam home run hire for the New York Jets as a defensive coordinator. Be a little leery if you're Aaron Glenn, because Jim Schwartz is the kind of type who's not afraid to, let's just say, usurp you a bit at times when it comes to game planning, philosophies, schemes, and those sort of things. He knows what he is. He knows how well his scheme works. He trusts his instincts, and he's not afraid to exert that kind of influence, maybe a little bit more than some people would like behind the scenes.
It's so fascinating that you said that, Matt, because that's been the interesting conversation, right? So again, Aaron Glenn hired Steve Wilkes. It obviously didn't work out. He gets fired midseason. And now we've all been speculating, who's the right candidate to go after? And there's a subsection of the Jets fan base. Let me just straight up say this isn't happening, but there's a subset of the Jets fan base like, Rex Ryan, come on, he can be the guy. And I'm like, this guy just interviewed to be the head coach of the Jets. He is the most successful Jets head coach since we've had all this crap, and that you bring him in, and sure, maybe he's a really wonderful defensive mind, and he would come in after being away from the game for 10 years and still have that edge because Rex Ryan's super smart and his father was super smart. Maybe that's all true, but like the usurping, you bring him in, things keep going bad with AG, fans go, Rex is on the staff. Just do the flip ski. Jim Schwartz, right? He's been a former head coach before. You know what? Just give him the job. So it's that fine line for AG. He obviously needs to get the defensive coordinator hire right because he got it so wrong the first time. But if he gets it too right, whoever that hire is could take his job. But if he
Yeah.
undersells it and he's thinking about that, just get some slappy and then the slappy performs poorly, unless AG has a quick trigger to take over play calling, which he said that he thought about when he was first hired. Like, are you going to keep calling defensive plays? He thought about it and ultimately decided to pass it off to somebody else. Now that's in the back of his mind. So he would have to then take over the stuff from the guy, which Dan Campbell had to do this year for the offensive coordinator position that was all thrown all over the place. So there's all these layers to this craziness that apparently AG is going to have to put into the consideration blender.
And I'll give you one more. I don't think that Aaron Glenn is on any sort of hot seat. I don't know what the expectation could have been after trading away Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. I think Aaron Glenn will be back, but he needs to nail that defensive coordinator hire because we talk all the time about needing a quarterback. That's as much on Darren Mugi as it is on Aaron Glenn. But Aaron Glenn's litmus test is going to be turning this thing around and turning it around quickly with the draft capital and the resources that they have. If he makes another hire and it goes poorly and the defense falls off a cliff as a defensive minded head coach with a second defensive coordinator with a quarterback you drafted in the top 2 picks, not showing any progress, it's not going to be, oh, quick trigger, let me take away play calling duties. It's going to be Woody Johnson and Muji saying, you know what, Aaron, we can give you a pass for last year, but you haven't shown progress on your side of the ball. You're the defensive coordinator in Detroit. You're a defensive-minded head coach. If they're not showing progress and you blow through 2 defensive coordinators in 2 seasons, we talked a week ago about the patience that franchises have to show in developing quarterbacks and how teams aren't patient enough to wait out the Baker Mayfield second act or the Jared Goff second act or the Sam Darnold second act. They certainly aren't patient enough to wait out a head coach with 2 coordinator firings on his ledger through what hypothetically would be a year and a half.
That's also true. Let's do this. I see we have a lot of activity in the chat, which is terrific. So thank you, everybody, for all the interactions and things of that nature. NC Green just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's go. The activity happening here in the chat. By the way, real quick, NC Green, you're up to 13 raffle tickets so far this month, so appreciate it. More happening here. Justin for Ocho, good to see him here over on YouTube. He's a good Twitter buddy. He says, I'm new. How do I buy a membership and how do I get one? Well, I didn't even get a chance to answer because he figured it out himself. Justin for Ocho just became a YouTube member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Look at this. He's figuring out all the buttons over here on YouTube. He just joined in with a super sticker.
Wow.
Now, I'm still uncertain what the hell a super sticker is, but nonetheless, I appreciate the gesture. Justin Forocho, you have a raffle ticket to our contest for joining the Boy Green Coffee Club, and you're $1 away from another raffle ticket, Justin. So great to have you as a part of the Boy Green Coffee Club officially. So welcome to the Army, baby. By the way, that NC Green membership, let me just catch up. That went to... who did this go to? This went to somebody. That's for certain. Swamp Ranger. Welcome back, Swamp Ranger. Also back to the Boy Green Coffee Club. So we just have a lot of action going on in here in the chat, man, Lombardo. It's been a very busy day. 100%. And by the way, people, the pinned comment right now is normally how to join the Boy Green Coffee Club, which probably would have made that easier for Justin to join. But it's actually our brand new merch shop. So if you guys would like to check it out, again, we're starting small. There's a coffee mug. There's a t-shirt in there. But if the response is terrific, and my aunt will keep me posted on the response, if the response is great, you guys are buying a bunch of mugs and shirts and everything, then we will have no choice but to expand the shop into a lot of different areas she wanted to go. But I wanted to start slow just to, not bite off more than I could chew. Assume everyone's going to be buying everything up the borders here. So we will see what happens. So, folks, thank you so much. Thanks to all the new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. This is terrific. Imagine this is the response in the 3-12 season. What could it be? I just got one of those Facebook memories 10 years ago. Yesterday, the Jets were in the playoffs. Like, they weren't in the playoffs like the playoffs started, like on the graphic on CBS. They were the final wild card team at 10-5 as the 6th seed, and I went to the game that got them that 10th win. The Jets, interestingly, upset the New England Patriots at MetLife Stadium. I was at that game. Ryan Fitzpatrick kicked Eric Decker in the back right corner of the end zone to beat the Patriots in overtime, and that was spectacular. I was like, oh, baby. And then, of course, the Jets blew it the following week, and we did not go to the playoffs. Win in your in scenario, the Jets blew it in Buffalo, which is where we're going next. So now there's all this horrific history now all repeating itself in a strange way. The Jets played the Patriots at home in the second to last week of the season. Their final week of the season, they traveled to Buffalo this year, home for Patriots, and once again at Buffalo. So there's a lot of weird symmetry here, which is crazy. But
it's symmetry to the next era. It's symmetry to the next era because there's going to be a top 3 draft pick, all but guaranteed in New York. There's going to be a rookie quarterback next year. The Jets are going to be the center of attention. I have 2 names to watch for defensive coordinator who I think might be a little bit more realistic. So you can think about the notion of just 2 more games. And you think back to 10 years ago and you think about getting the 10th win, these 2 games are the bridge to the Jets 2.0, to Aaron Glenn's Jets. And I think that when you look at the defensive coordinator search, 2 names jump to mind from 2 recently successful defenses. Al Harris, the defensive backs coach and passing game coordinator of the Chicago Bears. They have a plus 21 turnover ratio, including a league-high 31 takeaways. So you talk about a Jets team that struggles to create interceptions and create takeaways. That's what the Bears' bread and butter has been on defense. It's helped power them, in my opinion, as much as anything Caleb Williams has done. Those takeaways have really been game-changing, set up the Bears' offense to make the run that they've made to an NFC North title. And then Jim Leonard, the passing game coordinator and defensive line assistant for the Denver Broncos. You look at the Broncos, you want to talk about reinstating the New York Sack Exchange. 64 sacks last year. The Jets only have 25. The Bears, 12th in the league on defense and expected points added. The Broncos are 9th. And to your point, the Cleveland Browns, in your dream scenario with Jim Schwartz, they are 3rd in the league in expected points added. So to me, you put those 3 names in the hat. If you can somehow dunk Jim Schwartz into said hat, I don't think that Aaron Glenn and the Jets can go wrong.
Yeah, that's good. Let me ask you this. I've heard a few people discuss this, but I'm just curious your national perspective on it. Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic has strongly implied that as Aaron Glenn is looking for a defensive coordinator, he could have difficulty reining people in because of whatever you perceive Aaron Glenn's status to be in filling that position, that perhaps quality candidates will be hard to come by. Now, this comparison I'm going to make is probably inherently unfair, but Robert Saleh at a certain point was trying to find an offensive coordinator sort of in the same vein. And, the Jets were terrible. So a lot of people said, offensive coordinator is going to want that job. Saleh could be fired at any moment. And he ended up hiring Nathaniel Hackett. We all know what direction that went in. Do you believe that Aaron Glenn is going to have trouble finding? You've brought up some wonderful names, Al Harris and all the turnovers. That sounds great for a friggin' team that doesn't have a pick all year. So sign me up for that. Schwartz. There's a lot of really interesting names out there. Do you believe that the Jets will struggle to find a quality coordinator because of Aaron Glenn's first year, how it's gone, and things of that nature, or no?
I think that he'll struggle to find a quality coordinator, but I don't think it's quite for that reason. Because I think that if people see Aaron Glenn struggling and potentially on the hot seat, there's a chance that if this goes really badly next year and you're the defensive coordinator, but your defense is creating takeaways and getting sacks, you could find yourself in that Mike Kafka interim head coaching role where all of a sudden you might have 4, 5, 6 games or more as your audition for the interview season to become either the Jets' next head coach or for the openings that come up next offseason. Where I think it could be a struggle is I don't know that if I'm a Jim Schwartz, that I want to hitch my wagon to a defensive-minded head coach. And I'm just throwing the Jim Schwartz name out there because you brought it up. I'm saying a quality, top-notch defensive coordinator. If I had my pick of jobs, I think the one place I would want to go is where there's an offensive play caller, an offensive head coach, and I can essentially be the head coach of the defense. And I can have my little fiefdom over here where I know the head coach, he might swing by to tell a joke or two or bond with the players, but he's not going to come in and start to make suggestions about how we call third down, or how often we're going to be blitzing, or whether we should be playing a man defense versus a cover two. The problem is with Aaron Glenn's defensive background, I think it's hard to bring in somebody who's not going to be much more than somebody who's going to carry out and execute Aaron Glenn's defensive scheme that he called with the Detroit Lions. So it's going to be fascinating. I think that the candidate list is going to basically tell us how this job is perceived and how working for Aaron Glenn is perceived. But I think it might be a bit of a struggle to have a guy come in and just be part of the staff versus somebody who's running the defense in his vision.
And that's totally fair. Matt, I know we're pressing for time here, but I would love to ask you just one more if I can. And, again, we go back to the beginning of our conversation with quarterback seeking it. You can find it in a lot of ways: the draft, trade, free agency, and other creative avenues. I'm not sure if this is a Matt Flynn here, but it is, again, we talked about right church, wrong pew earlier. So go back to the punchline of our comedy special here. Matt Flynn flashed for the Green Bay Packers at the end of a certain season, putting up some video game numbers, and that parlayed into a beautiful 3-year, $22 million deal with the Seahawks. But he was usurped by one certain third-round draft choice named Russell Wilson, and we never got to see the Matt Flynn experience. We now have Malik Willis, who is set to be a free agent. He looked spectacular last night. He was 18 of 21, 288 yards, a passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, 60 yards on the ground. I mean, he just did it all. I saw some people, including Ben Kurt, former Packers quarterback himself, calling him, he says, "I don't want to overreact, but that's Michael Vick out there." And I said, wow, okay, that's thanks for not overreacting, Kurt. So should Malik Willis be in the conversation for the New York Jets? Is that someone they should pursue? Is that someone you would urge and advocate for them to pursue in free agency?
Sure. I think there's a case for Malik Willis with or without taking a quarterback early. If they don't think that they're going to be able to get Fernando Mendoza and they don't love Dante Moore, Malik Willis is everything that they thought Justin Fields was going to be. He's got the mobility, the escapability with a plus arm. I mean, you look at 2 of those throws, the first 2 throws on that drive last night, especially the tight window throw to Christian Watson for the touchdown, man. Some of those windows on deep balls, it looked like an everyday starting quarterback, and not a backup coming into the game. And of course, I think part of that is playing in Matt LaFleur's system with some rising and ascending wide receivers. But the Jets have a few of those. They have Garrett Wilson. A.D. Mitchell has shown some flashes. John Mechie has shown some flashes. You're probably going to draft a receiver early on at some point in the draft, so the weapons will be there. And when you think about the Jets cap situation, they can blow the Raiders or the Colts out of the water in terms of what they can offer. And you can go down 2 paths. Malik Willis can be the guy who starts, and he could be your starting quarterback next year, and you kick the can down the road to 2027 and you figure out the quarterback then, and you still have the additional draft picks. Or you draft a quarterback early and you play Malik Willis until your rookie quarterback is ready. And you might even win some games along the way, rather than what's typical is you have a camp body out there who starts 1-3, and then you decide you're going to yank Russell Wilson and put in Jackson Dart, right? So, I think there's nothing but upside to bring Malik Willis in here for the Jets. And you can go down a couple different paths with the quarterback, but at least you can feel good about your situation going into the draft and not have to force it if you don't like how the board falls.
Sometimes, Matt, you ask about my jersey somewhere. I'm like, oh, this. And the jersey I'm wearing today is 17 for the Jets. And I was going to ask you to guess who you thought that was, but
I think I know who it is.
Oh, go ahead.
You wearing a Hackenberg jersey on me? Is that a Christian Hackenberg?
No.
Okay.
I thank the Lord above. I don't own one of those, and hopefully never do. I don't care what price that jersey ever is. I hope I don't. No, it's actually a Plaxico Burress jersey, and of course, for his great run with the Jets. And I'm wearing it with the hope that the Jets don't shoot themselves in the leg today. I would say shoot themselves in the foot, which is normally the thing I hear, but I want to be accurate with my information.
I wanted to crack the joke. I had that joke holstered, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to crack the joke. That's inappropriate.
So I appreciate that. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping for. In this Jets Patriots game today, I'm hoping the Jets don't shoot themselves in the leg. And we can only hope that that happens to the high heavens. I don't know if that means a win. I don't know what that means. Just don't embarrass yourself. Don't shoot yourself in the leg. That's all. That's all we need. So there you go, Matt. See, way to be classy. Way to be above it. I'm not, but I'm glad that you were. That's very nice.
Kept
That's
it in the
very nice.
holster, but then teed it up for you to take the shot, So
Yeah, holster shot. I like what you're doing there, Matt. Give us a quick plug here. Down in the YouTube description down below, you have a special code yourself. Give us the deets.
Yeah, given that this is our last appearance of the calendar year 2025, the second to last appearance of the Jets season, I wanted to put an offer out there for Jets fans exclusively, to Coffee Club members exclusively. If you enjoy my analysis, if you like the insider reporting, come check out Between the Hash Marks on Substack. And for Jets fans only, the direct link below, Matt Lombardo, NFL.substack.com/Jets, you'll get 25% off your subscription forever. So come check us out. There's going to be a lot of Jets content coming up. We're going to have the ideal blueprint coming up this week or next, the 3 moves the Jets have to make this offseason to turn things around. We're going to be giving out New Year's resolutions for all 32 teams, the Jets included. And we will be in Mobile for the Senior Bowl. We will be in Indianapolis for the Combine. The Jets are sure to be one of the biggest stories of the offseason. I'll be talking to rival coaches, scouts, agents of the top prospects and free agents to come, getting you all of the intel on what the Jets are going to be doing. So come check us out. 25% off in the link below to Between the Hash Marks.
Eventually, Matt, we're eventually going to be able to do stuff together at these events. Both of those are on my bucket list. A couple years ago, I was almost set to go to my first combine, but then the Jets gave me an opportunity I couldn't refuse to be featured in their Jets documentary, and I'm like, I can't pass this up. So I'm going to that. And so eventually the Combine and Senior Bowl will happen with Matt Lombardo, but we will vicariously live through you and Between the Hash Marks as you are patrolling Mobile, Alabama, as you are patrolling, and hopefully it stays there forever, the Combine in Indianapolis. So we'll be
And by the
vicariously
way, when
living
the
through you.
Senior Bowl does come up, the schedule was flipped. Usually practice was in the morning. So my mornings were a little bit bungled up with practice. I could see 1 or 2 Boy Green Daily Coffee Club hits live from Mobile.
Ooh, wow. That,
I
that would be
I could see
exciting.
that on the horizon.
Okay, well, Matt, keep us posted on that, baby, and all your NFL insider extraordinaire. Again, happy holidays, Matt. Thank you for spending all your time that you did with us this week, whether it was NFL picks or Boy Green Daily. It's been a lot of fun all season long. So, Matt, we'll do this one more time in season next week. So, see you next year.
See you next year, guys. Have a great one,
All right.
and try to enjoy today. Remember, it's a bridge to next year. It's the bridge to
Bridge.
Jets 2.0.
It's a bridge. It's a bridge. Thanks, Matt. You're the best, baby.
You got it, Paul. Appreciate you.
There he is, Matt Lombardo, joining us here on the program. We have over 200 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Hey, everybody, I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Just to sort of address the elephant in the dark, I'm doing a unique lighting situation because of the holidays. I have my in-laws sleeping about 15 feet away from me, so I'm just trying to be respectful. So my voice is much quieter than normal. The lighting situation is unique to this situation. So if this is your first experience seeing Boy Green Daily, you may say, what the hell is going on here? I normally have more energy, and I do. It's trapped inside on a game day, but we'll have to wait. I will be back. We have more show to go. I'm not turning off the show right now, but I'm just saying we will have more show to come. At 12:50, I'll be doing a live watch party and analysis, and we'll be doing the whole shish kebab at that point. By the way, I want to give a shout out here to Snowball, who showed us the Boy Green Instant Coffee Club, a beautiful logo here. Very nice. Look at this from Snowball. This is beautiful. I like this. Yeah. This is nice. Maybe that's the next venture, right? We have the Boy Green merch shop, the brand new merch shop just opened today, which is great with new mugs and t-shirts. But now, perhaps actual instant coffee. Could be around the horizon. Don't tempt me with a good time, Snowball. Don't tempt me with a good time. Very nice. Shout out to Jets Worldwide. Wide. Make sure you guys subscribe there. Dirty Cooch says, I buy that coffee. Y'all got hazelnut? Yeah, that's very nice. Ooh, flavor crystals. That's good, Yo Holmes. I like that. Uh, John Arroyo says, not many choices. Willis is best choice, in my opinion. Yeah, he's a young guy. Let me pull it up on my leak. I'll definitely write a piece about this and follow up with it. He's 26 years old, former third round draft choice of Tennessee. Didn't get a lot of chances in Tennessee, then gets traded to the Packers. Yeah, he was a third round pick, 86 overall. First 2 seasons with Titans, got traded to the Packers during the 2024 offseason, and he's looked pretty good in some of his opportunities. So I'd be curious what the money is, but very nice. Let's see. Let's read through some of your comments, and we'll open up the phone lines here in just a minute. Let's see. Oh, yes. Also, just a real quickie. Yeah, thank you, MFC. BG Broadcasting from Badshaw's bathroom. I'm glad that you guys noticed where I am. I've been compromised. Yes. Also, real quick to NC Green, I did the same thing. Let me pull this up. I saw NC Green say this. I sat Christian Watson last night. Bad GMing on my part. Yeah, I sat him in my fantasy football league too. And then this is totally true. So, it's in the Boy Green Double Espresso Shot Fantasy Football League. So again, if you guys are a Boy Green Coffee Club member, you have access to our Discord. That's where we do our fantasy football league. So if you're interested in doing competitive fantasy football with other Jet fans, we have 2 leagues, both 12 members. But if we have enough interest, we'll create a third one or whatever we're going to do. We'll figure it all out. But I'm in the championship game against Joshua Langley and Cecilia Langley. And I had Christian Watson in the starting lineup, but there was a chance he couldn't play earlier this week. So I said, just in case, let me switch him out. I had Khalil Shakir, the Buffalo Bills wide receiver, on the bench. And then last night, I'm like, you know what? Let me switch it back. I just, maybe Malik has a good opportunity with Christian Watson. And I went to switch it, and it had locked up. Like, even though the game hadn't started, the Yahoo Fantasy app had locked up because it passed a certain time. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And then I'm like, well, hopefully he just doesn't go off. And the Packers' first touchdown of the game was to Christian Watson. I'm like, you motherfucker. And so Joshua, you dodged 22 points last night, you bastard. So hopefully Khalil Shakir scores a lot, or maybe that'll be the reason I lose. Either way, son of a bitch. Can't believe that cost me. Because I know every one of you care about my fantasy football team, so I really appreciate that. By the way, let's welcome in all the new members, subscribers, and members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Much appreciated. Again, Justin Ferrocho, welcome to the club. Great to have you for the membership and super sticker. NC Green, thank you for the membership. Austrian, MFC, you guys are all spectacular. We're here on a game day episode of Boy Green Daily, baby. Here we freaking go. Let me see. What's our current subscriber count up to? Also, let me see this. All right. We got 200 people in the room. All right. 100 of those 200 are on the YouTube. Let's see how many people have liked the video so far. 38 likes. What the hell? What are you guys holding out these likes for? It's a holiday season. You guys should be in the giving mood, for God's sakes. As soon as you come in, make it a part of your routine. Hit that like button. That's a free way to contribute. That's how this Jet show, gets in front of other Jet fans in the universe. So don't be shy. Hit that like button. Take that like button to Pound Town, as my pop likes to say. So, folks, make sure you guys do that here on the program. Much appreciated. Let me take a quick gander here, see what's our subscriber count up to. We're up to 8,223 subscribers. So we are less than 1,800 away from 10,000. That's my arbitrary made-up goal I set in my head when I started this channel 5 years ago in September. So help us get there, baby. All right. Help us get there. All right, let's do this. We'll play a quick HEP timeout. And if you guys would like to call in to the show, feel free to do so, whether you're a first-time caller or a long-time caller. All are welcome here on Boy Green Daily. So that will be the new pinned comment after you see this 60-second shot from our tailgate. And another reminder, again, we have a brand new merch shop that I'm very proud of. Our previous merch shop was through a third-party person and very unreliable, and I didn't like that for people. And all the horror stories I heard, some people were just fine and they got their stuff on time, but too many people, for my liking, had not good experiences with the merch shop, so I wanted to change it completely. I know it's taken a long time, but we have a brand new merch shop. It will forever be from this day moving forward in our YouTube description down below. So this is the go-to merch shop. The only thing in the merch shop right now are two things: a coffee mug and a t-shirt. The Instant Coffee Club. Yeah, shout out to AG for saying that earlier this season. So you guys can get a mug and shirt. They're dirt cheap, $15 and $10 respectively. If that's a strong response and you guys light up the merch shop and like all these different mugs and shirts get bought up, then we will expand from there and add more stuff to the shop. So it's up to you guys in the audience. If the response is just sort of whatever, then we'll keep what's in the shop and move forward. But if it blows up, we will add more stuff to the shop. So it's up to you guys out in the audience. If that's something you like, feel free to take advantage. And also, please do this. Whatever you buy, if you buy a mug, a shirt, yourself for your friends or whatever, make sure as soon as you get it, you tag me on social media. You talk about it on the show or Facebook, Twitter, wherever, and I'll repost it or retweet it or anything and everything and give you some love. And thank you so much for anyone that decides to support the Boy Green Coffee Club in a financial way. The free way is liking the video, but if you want to go to the next step with merch shop or anything of that nature, feel free to take full advantage. I love it. That helps support the show and puts food on the table for my family. So appreciate it. Okay, there you go. People are buying all over the place. Let's go. Do we sell a Jared bobblehead? Not at this point, but I'm sure there's some demand for that. I'm sure, Foxy. I'm sure there is. Jetastic. How much do we get our doors blown off by today? Wouldn't it be cool to upset the New England Patriots? That'd be cool. Jay Lepsetter says Jet fans are a universe. I love our universe. Our Jets universe is amazing. Yeah, it's absolutely spectacular. Malik Willis did make a lot of money last night. I agree. All right, let's do this. We'll play that half time out, and then we'll continue to answer your phone calls and comments in the YouTube section. It is a game day edition of Jets Patriots, the rematch. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
Shout out to the Hepster, baby. Shout out to Hep, who kicked off our beautiful tailgate experience, which is awesome this year, or was a part of that tailgate experience, which is terrific. Again, everybody, I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. That fancy made-up title just means I write about the New York Jets and podcast about the New York Jets every single day of my life, and hopefully you guys can be a part of the community. We are doing live events. Last year was our first one in part of this new official world with myself and Woody. Week 5, Jets Cowboys, which was a spectacular experience. More on that in a bit. And we're going to do another one. I already reached out to the Jets, and we're going to be back. We'll keep you guys posted on when we pick that game, but we're going to get the whole crew back together. Hey, look at T-Town Jet, baby, gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's friggin' go. Beautiful T-Town Jet. We will add that to your total so far this month. Much appreciated. That is now your 5th raffle ticket. By the way, this month's raffle has a Jets Santa Funko Pop. We've got a Nick Mangold tribute shirt, which is beautiful. And also, speaking of the tailgate, our Boy Green Woody tailgate, we're going to ship in a box. We have a shirt from the tailgate. We have koozies. We have bottle openers. We have all kinds of things from the tailgate. Outside of the only things I can't fit in there are the food, the booze, and the B Sprinter. It's just far too big. It just doesn't fit in the box. So unfortunately, we can't ship that to you guys. But everything else is all fair game for it. So make sure y'all take advantage. By the way, that membership went to, from T-Town Jet, went to Joe Willie 69. Joey Willie 69. Welcome to the club, baby. And look at this. Oh, we've got more memberships being gifted. Oh my. Let's go to it. It's Joshua Langley, aka NY Jets 2824. Joshua and Cecilia getting involved. When you get 5 memberships or more, there's only one way to celebrate.
Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say.
Oh,
Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
oh yeah, come on. How does that not fire up? Shout out to Joshua and Cecilia Langley for all the gifting of memberships. Very nice. Those memberships went to Sunny 1985. Uncle Indy just got a membership. Reese Quinlan, Joe Willie Namath, excuse me, and Addison getting a membership from Joshua Langley. There you go, baby. Those 5 raffle tickets are added to your total for this month, the Langley clan. And don't try to sweet talk me, Langleys. I know I'm battling you in the fantasy championship, so don't try to sweet talk me with all your memberships, trying to sneak one on me. I see what you guys are doing. But very nice. Thank you so much. Let's add that to the piles. Okay, we're having an absolute train today, which is terrific. So let's freaking go. Uncle Indy says, BG, I would like to see more videos from that day, like a show closing video. We do have a lot of stuff we're working through right now. Long story short, our videographer that we had hired for the event went through a lot of issues, basically. So me and Woody are sorting through all the video footage. So I promise, guys, we're going to have a product out on that in the near future. So, hopefully before we're dead, because, that event was nearly 3 months ago. So, there it is. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Up first, Pop on Pop joins us.
Hey now, good morning, Coffee Club.
What's going on, Pop?
Hey, just a few things.
Sure.
Hopefully, our boy Hooker. Everyone needs a hooker, by the way, in their life.
Okay, all right.
The
I'll take
side
your word for
piece, whatever. I meant a backup quarterback. I don't know what you thought I meant.
Also, I can go the rest of my life if Easy is wonderful and he says he's coming to the tailgate this year, which will be terrific. But if I never hear the Easy analogy, which I've never heard in my life, wow, this roster has more holes than a $5 hooker. I can if I can just sort of go through my life without ever hearing that again, that'd be great.
I appreciate all walks of life. I didn't even know there was a $5 hooker, but Easy seems to be an aficionado. So, hey, now
God
we'll
bless
leave
America.
that lay where it lays, if you will.
Hey, sure.
But anyways, I just wanted to come on. Are you kidding me with the prices in the Boy Green shop? Are you kidding me? I would just say, not only is Boy Green the hardest working man, in sports broadcasting. Not only that, but he is also the subscription, $2.99 a month. Are you joking? Is probably the lowest out there. And then the Coffee Club cup and T-shirt, $10 and $15. I mean, what are we talking about? You can't get a T-shirt nowadays for $15 and a coffee cup. I'm just saying. Everyone talked about wanting it. That if there was an instant coffee cup, that they would get it. So we heard you. Here they are. Let's go.
There you go. Well said. So yes, I wanted to make the items cheap. I wanted to make them better for people in terms of shipping and reliability, that you buy them and you get them, within 3 years. That feels reasonable. So yes, the brand new merch shop is open. It's in the YouTube description down below. So hopefully a lot of people are interested. And I'm seeing all kinds of pictures all over the universe of people in weird places or different places with the mug and shirt. That'd be great.
Yeah, and I would tell you, I placed an order or two early this morning. And I will tell you, I was not the first person to place an order. I was very upset. It tells you the order number, and I was order number 2 and 3. So someone beat me to the punch. I ordered about a little before 5 this morning. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. I expect shipping that we will get it. And maybe not this year, wink, But I expect when I do the show a week from Saturday, I'll be rocking the shirt and the mug as I do that show from the ATL here in a week and a half.
Oh, beautiful. Well, that would be spectacular, and hopefully so. That'd be great. And yes, the shipping I think should be a lot better with this product, which again, blessed be he. Blessed
Yeah,
be
I
he.
got the. I ordered. I think it was the only Baconator shirt, although many asked for it. Only one shirt was purchased. I did. By the time I got it, I think the T-shirt had actually degraded and had, wasn't a quality product anymore. But
Which, by
anyways,
the way, real quick, you mentioned that you weren't the first person to order it, so I dropped it in the Discord last night. People, again, part of the Discord is getting early access to different things in my universe, and that included the thing. So someone ordered it last because I immediately got a text from Aunt Sammy once I put it in there in the Discord. They were like, "Oh my god, I got an order immediately." I was like, "Oh, cool." I don't know who that person is, so whoever you are, if you want to identify yourself as numero uno, I didn't even know there was order numbers to tell all that stuff. So that's cool. So yeah, whoever that was, thank you so much for jumping on the train.
yep. So there's at least 3 orders so far. So here we
Great.
go. And I hope one of two things happens today. I hope Brady cooks, or I hope I think it's probably not this game, but next game. I'd like to see Hooker out there. I'd like to see a Hooker out there rolling around, strutting about the field, you know, playing their wares, plying their wares, so to
I
speak.
wow, I'd really love to see none of those things. I'm happily engaged, but that's a good. If anyone else enjoys that, God bless. Yeah, to each their own. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you have more holes if you're a more expensive hooker? I don't know that. Anyways, hey now. All right. Have a great day, and I'll be watching later on the live play-by-play.
appreciate that. There he is, Hop on Pop, joining us here on the program. Yes, the live watch party and play-by-play analysis will start at 12:50 today, so 10 minutes before kickoff. We'll come on. We'll talk about actives and actives. The Jets did make a flurry of moves this week. Placing players on season-ending injured reserve, signing a bunch of players last night. There's a lot to catch up on. We'll do all of that before the show coming up as well. Indy on the BG on AOL dial-up. That was Pop who had that actually. Hop on Pop was having those issues, not Boy Green. So just want to put that in the universe, not trying to, not trying to put up that on people, but yes. And Jets Merch Police tapping Paul's mic. It was Hop on Pop's mic is the one that was super questionable. But again, I don't like playing the blame game or pointing fingers or anything, but that's what happened. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. The reason, well, let me just bring him on and then we'll talk about it. Lou B, Super Jets fan, is on the move, baby. What's up, Lou B?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother.
All right, perfect. Good morning, BG. Today's the last home game. I'm on my way from Atlantic City to MetLife right now. And I think about how it started this season with me and you at training camp, so excited,
Yes.
right? And now where we are with this season is just crazy. I think the lowest point for me really was when I heard that Justin Fields got hurt. When he hurt his toe in training camp, I was brokenhearted. I mean, I was like, wow, this Jet curse is real. This is over. Now looking back at that, you got to be careful what you wish for, because knowing what I know, I probably would have ran over his other foot at training camp, basically. I think he was such a huge disappointment for us. And here we are now. And, excited to go to the last game. Obviously, I don't want them to win today. I won't cheer in the other way, but we need to see a Patriots victory. And then I'm going to shoot off to go watch this Raiders and Giants game, because, I mean, I guess that's everything. Everyone's trying to tank in that game. Like, have we ever seen people, like, just drop the ball on the floor? I don't know history like that, but I wanted to ask you, how bad can they actually tank? Now I see Dart's not playing. Crosby's not playing. I mean, who's playing?
It's a good question. Well, first off, I want to just thank the scheduling gods for allowing us to have our own game at 1:00. That's going to come and go, and then we'll all be able to tune into the Tank Bowl between the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. So thank you to the scheduling gods for separating those, so we don't have to try to play that game at the same time. So thank you NFL schedule makers for that. But you're right. Like, to hear the drama from the Raiders of Max Crosby, we're going to put you on our. No, you're not. Yes, we are. No, you're not. I'm playing. No, you're not playing. And then it spills out into the streets. We're all hearing about it, and the Raiders and Giants are doing different moves. Raiders shut down Brock Bowers earlier this week, and the way that it was framed was like he could play, but we're choosing not to. IR, and then the Giants are IRing their guys. I don't know. You're right. In terms of, we've heard about some of this kind of stuff. I don't think it's ever been to this level, but some of the stuff where like they're trying to take chess pieces off the board to counter each other, but to actually get on the field, they're like doing something crazy, like about to go into the end zone and then just trip or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's interesting. Are we going to see some crazy ass shit today?
Or are we going to see a tie?
Oh my God, that would be. I think that to be honest, because a few people have asked me that, like, oh, what are the chances of a tie? Would that help the Jets? I don't think that would help the Jets because that would keep both the Raiders and Giants at 2-13-1. So I think it would actually hurt us because we can't catch up on the 2-win part. So I think we prefer one of them to win, and probably we want the Raiders to win because of their desires for a quarterback.
What's at stake for the Giants too? You know, being in New York, I have so many Giant fan friends, whatever. But you know, they could have 3 first-round draft picks if they stay in. If they lose today, so there is so much on the line here, and I really wonder: do they drop the ball? Do they take a knee? How bad can this get? But look, just I'm excited to see that game and really just to see the history of it because it's going to be making history today with this game. I love Malik last night. I worry about that injury. I don't know how bad it is.
Yeah, right.
I think the Jets should jump at trying to get him. I mean, he was just on point. And if not, I like Tanner from Philadelphia. If we could get him, and a lot of chatter. I have a bunch of Raider friends that are Raider fans as well, and a lot of them were talking about, oh man, the Jets may get Max. I was excited to hear that. And what are your thoughts on that? I mean, I know he's getting surgery today. They say he's getting knee surgery today, actually. But Max Crosby to the Jets. I mean, that would be incredible. What would we have to give? And I think if we have to trade up to Fernando Mendoza, there's no way to have enough of picks to go get Max. So it's almost like sounds like one or the other to me.
Correct. Yeah, Max is 28. He turns 29 before the start of next season. He's a late August baby. But for the Jets, with how bad their defensive, well, let's just call it their pass rush. There's been a lot of bad on defense, but their straight up pass rush, like to get someone who, and the cool thing about Max is he's been on some shitty Raiders teams and he still put up numbers. Like he doesn't do this disappearing act like some of the other players in our Jets defense when things are going bad. Like Max has put up video game numbers basically his entire career. Like he is a superstar. Like the production, folks, for those who may be unaware of Max Crosby, here's his production every year: 7 sacks, 8 sacks, 12.5, 14.5, 7.5, 10. Every year of his career he's had at least 7 sacks. In 3 of the last 4 years he's had double-digit sacks. So I mean, he has been awesome, and think he could have added 2 more games of production to this season, but he won't. So he's going to end with 10 sacks. So yeah, Max would be exciting. It would cost at least a first round pick, I would say, plus extra stuff. So maybe they could do a 1 and Will McDonald and something else to give them somebody back who's a pass rusher, something like that, if they were going to go on those waters. But man, I mean, the Jets defense needs a massive overhaul.
That's what we need. That's what we need. We need a leader like him because we really have none on the defense. Well, you know, thinking about Will McDonald, you know, I'd be okay if I think they should have traded him before the trade deadline, but Will and Max on the same team, now Will would be a whole different player. So
that's also true. Maybe you keep him instead, right? And have him be the number 2.
Look, we really need somebody like that to be like, yeah, I'm the boss, and this is how this defense is going to go. But it's been an interesting season. I mean, I went to a bunch of the away games also, and I don't know. Look, I'm all in on next year. I just really want Mendoza. I really hope we get first pick. I am going crazy to watch these other games today. And I guess someone has to win this game today or not. Not. When they said tie seems so impossible. But to me,
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe they're like, just don't score.
Right, because you were just talking about like what could happen, like Paul, what could happen like where they're purposely trying not to win. And you think about all kinds of situations, right? Let's say there's 5 minutes left in the game and they could go for the win, like the game's tied. They could aggressively go for the win. They're like, you know what? Let's just sort of meander, and we're forced to go to overtime. Then in overtime, where there's only a 10-minute period, maybe they can fuck around and just that's how you like. Maybe it's not just fumbling because that's like so obvious, right? Like if you purposely like chuck the ball behind you, like before going into the answer, but maybe there's subtle things they can do where they prolong the game and stuff of that nature. Maybe that's the next level of detail to like that. It will be obvious to all of us watching that thinks it's tanking, but not so obvious where the NFL could come down on them. Yeah, that could be something to watch for sure.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a great game to watch, I guess. But one last thing I want to say is,
yes, sir.
Jet fans are really incredible. Honestly, going some of the away games, meaning the Boston Jet fan club. There was like 10 of them, but we were there together. And then going to South Florida and Tampa, hundreds of fans. You just make these friends and these bonds. I became friends with so many people like you and on the show. It's kind of incredible being welcome into any state that you go to. You could just jump right in with Jet fans and they accept you. And it's not like that for my friends that are Giant fans or other fans. So as unlucky as Jet fans are, we are actually very, very lucky. Very lucky because
I think you're right.
I felt more welcome than some of my own family members when I go to these states. And it's just incredible how you could just link up and that's it. You're with them and you're together. So that's the one thing that I love the most about being a Jet fan, and where I always wear my colors and just very proud of it. I always love walking around and hearing someone scream, "Go Jets!" And it's like, we know the pain that we've been through. So it's a really cool bond, and that's why I never miss a home game. I try to go as many away games as I can. But BG, we're going to be planning the big tailgate next year.
Yes.
You know I'm with you. B Sprinters is with you.
Yes,
and we're going to do it big next year too. So I appreciate all the love back. Also, you've been great to me.
Yeah, one more thing here, Lou B. My special surprise Christmas gift for my fiance this year, of course, has some Lou B sprinkled in. Is so the gift she got me, she had this thing wrapped up and she said, "I want you to open it." And I'm opening up this gift and I'm like, what in the hell is this? I thought I had an inkling of maybe what it could be. And then as I was opening, I went, holy shit. So she stole my autographed Garrett Wilson jersey that I only got autographed because Lou B knows a guy who knows a guy who got his back there. Then I met Garrett Wilson. And so I got that jersey signed and I had it. I didn't have it framed. I just sort of had it hanging around, but like to protect it. And she stole it and then got it professionally framed. And she put pictures of all of us, from me and you, from being there, of being around Garrett Wilson, the football that you like reached over the top. Again, we had to test out your NFL combine
I knocked
numbers.
down little kids to get that.
You did 100%. Yeah, I saw the roundhouse kick.
Jokes about that.
Yeah, I saw the roundhouse kick you gave to little Johnny. It was totally worth it. So thank you for doing that. And so those pictures are inside the jersey frame. So again, I thanked her like crazy because it was super cool. But obviously none of that would have been possible without you, buddy. So it was awesome to meet you and so cool to share that experience.
That was a great day. And any fan that's my friend knows that I'm relentless, right? I'm going for it. So he was walking by like G5, right? So we got him, and that was a great day, right? That was
that was awesome. One of the best of all time.
And then I don't get enough photo credit on your show. Number one, I took the Tanner photo of you and Tanner. Number two, the HEP video is from my phone as well. The HEP timeout is from my phone, by the way.
100% that we see every day.
So
that's true.
I didn't know if I was a photographer, but I guess I am sometimes.
And for the people that don't know, for the shorts, right? So, and Lou B was such a good, like me and Lou B had known of each other, but we had just met that day for the first time ever. And I see Lou B, and he's like, "Hey man, let's get some videos of you like kind of recap and practice in front of the big ass Jets logo. Like you were my manager. You were the guy who was elbowing kids. I mean, you were doing whatever it took." So yes, you deserve more of the spotlight. There's no question. Yeah,
it's all good. I love Jet fans, and I love that they love me. Whether we agree or disagree on topics, you're a Jet fan, I'm with you, and hopefully you're with me. So that's how it goes. That's it. I go to every home game, so anyone, anytime goes to any home games, you could always reach out to me. As you know, I'm looking for nothing, just looking to have a good time and support the team.
Yeah.
So today I'm actually going to the Gotham City guys.
Oh, great! I love GCC. Right.
Yeah, they're having a tailgate in Dream in American Hospitality with my friend Tommy,
Whoa.
who sells tickets. So
Cool.
in Dream, the Dream Bar is doing the Gotham City tailgate today. So I'm headed there with about 20 guys. So that's that.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys all have a great time. So, Luby, safe travels, buddy, and make sure you
Got
represent
it,
us
man.
out there.
Always.
There he
You guys have
is,
a great
Lou
day.
B, baby. Lou B, Super Jets fan. Let's go. Come on, let's do this for Lou B. Let's go. Wow, that gets me fired up. And he's already ready for the next tailgate. Oh, baby. I can't wait. I got to talk to Lou B. We got to start hemming and hawing some things down. And let's get the guy he was videotaping. That's Hep, baby. That is this video, this one of him walking around. It's not our videographer. This is Lou B right here.
1, 2, 3. Whoa!
That's it.
That's Lou B. That's
Yeah.
it. Hey, Pep.
I would say Lou B is a definite Jet super fan. You know,
Mhm.
I mean,
You know,
he's
a lot of people say that, right? A lot of people say, I'm a Super Jets fan. Are you? Like Lou B, he's got the credentials, okay?
Yeah.
He talks the talk, but he walks the walk. Yeah.
He's everywhere, man. Does he have an emoji yet?
He does not. See, that's another thing, a clear oversight. That's a good point. We always talk about who should be next for the emoji. I mean, we got to put Lou B in we're talking about a potential Hall of Fame Boy Green Coffee Club. How is Lou B not in there, you know?
I don't know. But anyway, so I guess it's the same routine today, calling the game, get in a 10 to 1 or something like that.
Yes, that's exactly it, and I will not have any noise restrictions at that point, so I will be I will be pardoned from that. So, could you imagine? I mean, that'd be a very again one of the craziest things I've ever done in my life. Is I love doing this, but my entry point into sports is through my radio job, and one of the jobs I got offered, and I went, "Are you serious? Is that a thing?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right." My radio station said, "We need a play-by-play guy for our bowling championship." And this is like a for real serious. This is not just like a couple of slappies at the bowling alley. This was a for real serious thing that was covered by TV stations and the newspaper. It said, "We need someone to cover play-by-play of bowling." And I'm like,
bowling?
play-by-play of bowling? And I know enough about bowling, I thought.
About hooks and
Thankfully,
position.
I was not by myself,
Okay.
and my color analyst was a 10-time bowling champion or something.
Perfect.
So that was, but like the thing that was the hardest to get through was like a few times I had too much juice. I was like, he steps up and he uncorks it, whatever I said, and then everyone gave me a look. I'm like, oh, sorry, folks, rein it in, and it's just a whisper. It's like, and he walks in wearing yellow striped shoes with a bright flashing blue polo as he sets up, and then it would be a more like a slight maybe one of the Alberts. It's just like, yes, it's just a nice, excellent form. So yeah, there was one of the just the tone of it was the thing I had to get used to, but also the bowling terms. Yeah, I just recreationally bowl sometimes. So the knowledge. I tried to do a lot of studying before the event, but that was one of the weirdest things I've ever done. So that would be a bizarre play-by-play experience, but very unique. So I guess you just take life as it comes.
Yeah, you're like the Happy Gilmore of bowling.
That's right. That's that's how because there was a lot of very serious bowling fans. Like people came just to watch, and when I did that a few times, I get a few glares. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't want to be the Pat McAfee of bowling here. I don't want to be the like I'm going off color here. So but that was quite a challenge.
I'm looking forward to next week's game, Indiana, Alabama.
Oh yes, 100%. I'm looking forward to that one. We have what's the one right before it or something? Oregon it escapes me. Texas A&M or something like, or no, it's not. The Texas A&M lost. It's whoever that is. The name's escaping me, but both those games are on the same day, so we should get plenty of quarterbacking homework, which is great. So awesome.
We got our the first day of the year. We have business to take care of. We got to check out.
Yeah, that's a rite of passage, right? Unbelievable.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you later on.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Hep. Appreciate it. Yes. Again, folks, everybody, we will have our play-by-play analysis and everything coming up at 12:50 today. So 12:50, folks. We had a couple messages. Let me get to these before we get back to the phone lines. Yoham says, BG, you're doing the moose burgers with the in-laws today. Yes, we are doing it. So after the show is over, We're jumping over to Maria's to do all of that. So, yes, I will have the classic moose burger. Let's go to Rico the Pup says, I like when Boy Green does his NPR voice, like he's trying not to wake anyone up. It's soothing. Ah, why, thank you. The dulcet tones of Boy Green. I appreciate you guys for doing that. Joshua Langley says, I ordered my Boy Green Coffee Club mug. I must have been the first order. Thank you so much. So, folks, whenever we're doing the future Boy Green trivia night at the pub, and they're like, who had the first order from the new Boy Green merch shop? Joshua Langley is the answer. The SS Minnow. The SS Minnow there. So there you have it. So Joshua and Cecilia with the first Coffee Club mug. So Joshua, I can't wait to see the picture. Whenever you get that puppy to your house, again, we're all just hoping that it doesn't take 30,000 years to get that coffee mug to you, and it shouldn't. My aunt's doing it, so she's doing a marvelous job. Indy says, BG, will Hep have a new song for next year's tailgate? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, the classic is good, but I mean, Hep is musically gifted. He could do as he pleases, I suppose. Yeah, that's certainly possible for sure. All right, let's do this. Keep your comments flowing, everybody. Like the video, hit subscribe. Again, we have a brand new merch shop that's in the YouTube description down below. Right, we're starting small. We got a mug and a shirt, $10, $15. Try to make it as dirt cheap as possible that I can, and hopefully a lot of you guys jump on the train. All right, back to the phone lines. It's our boy Ted, NY Jets FL. What's up, pal?
Paul, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Couple things. Call me crazy. I'm not a big fan of Mendoza. Okay. I would accept him if not on a trade up, which I don't think will happen. And I don't want any part of Max Crosby giving away draft picks. Paul, I'd rather take Malik Willis and take some semblance of the Texans defense and maybe draft a Nussmeier or somebody later in the draft and go with that. I mean, CJ Stroud did everything he could to give the game away yesterday.
Oh my God.
Defense.
Yeah.
If you take that defense, Paul, that defense, I'm just trying to pull over here.
Yeah.
That defense can play in the playoffs and carry you. Yeah. Especially against, the Josh Allens and the Mahomes of the world. So I just think giving up any of these draft picks, I wouldn't do it. I just would rather take quality defensive players. Plus, we have the money to fill in. I guess it's going to be interesting how they want to handle this. Because, by the way, I'm not wearing Giants blue. It's a Tampa Bay Lightning.
Thank you for clarifying that. That had a lot of us worried. Yeah.
I bet. So it's interesting how they're going to spend their money, right? In team builds, because, I mean, do they build on the offense? I mean, do they sign free agents for the offense, or do they sign it for the defense? I would, like I said, I'd rather take all these draft picks, shop at the Ohio State shop like Philadelphia Eagles did at Georgia. You see how it worked for them, right, Paul? And I would even trade down I would even trade down if somebody wants to overdraft a quarterback, and you want us to drop to 7 or 8. I would do it. That's my.
I would say real quick on your Max Crosby point. I understand both sides. I get Lou B's side of like, hey man, we've been losing forever, and he's a win player, so like that's sexy, and he's going to get a lot of sacks. The thing that I'm agreeing with you on, I assume this is what you mean, is the timeline, right? He's 28. He's going to be 29 in August. So for his first year of being with the Jets, he's already 29, and you're going to have to give up buco bucks and assets to acquire him. Like, it doesn't seem like it fits the timeline, but I understand Lou B of like, man, we've been fucking sucking forever. Let's turn these lottery random draft picks that could be good or bad to like unknown quality. Max Crosby's good. So I understand both sides. I probably lean a little bit more towards your side, even though it'd be exciting to get Max Crosby, of course. But I think I lean towards your side that, sometimes we have paths in life. One's exciting, one's boring. While exciting is fun and jubilant and all those other things, sometimes the boring is eating the veggies is the right choice. Even if I don't like it in the moment, it's the right choice long term. I think, to your point, it may be right long term to avoid the dopamine rush that obviously a Max Crosby acquisition would do. I think it's better for the veggies.
Exactly. And now that we're finally bottoming out and we have all these picks. I mean, if people are saying, "Oh, let's give up 2-1s to move up," I mean, like you got to be. I almost dropped the F-bomb. You got to be insane to be doing that. There's so many good players in this draft, especially on the defense, that we can just build our defense with young talent and go that way. And like I said, you can grab a Nussmeier later in the draft and maybe get Malik Willis. I would go that route as opposed to trying to overdraft Mendoza. I mean, if the problem is Mendoza, if he goes on to the national championship game, then his value is going to get even higher if that's even possible.
Course.
But
yeah, right.
But
hey, real quick, Ted, let me ask you, how much do you? So Malik Willis about to be a free agent. Before last night, his all these expert contract websites do projections of what they think a player is worth. He was worth $1.5 million per year on a new deal. But I assume he made a lot of moolah last night. And he's about to be a free agent. There's no way that Packers franchise tag him or something. So he's going to reach the open market. What's the Malik Willis price? What would you be willing to pay on Malik Willis?
What was Fields 2 for 30?
2 for 30 guaranteed. It was 2 for 40 total.
You're gonna have to give him $20 million a year, 15 to 20 million.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably true because of the scarcity of the position and people going fuck it. Well, it's better than this, and the market's not great either. So.
I think he could throw the ball, Paul, and he's got to. He's not going to be afraid to pull the trigger. How do we sign a quarterback that can't even make a forward pass? He had several under 100 yards passing games. He hid in closets. I mean, what the fuck?
There was a slight oversight that we picked a quarterback that couldn't throw the ball forward. That was a slight oversight. Yeah.
It's just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. It really is. Worse than Zach Wilson. It's hard to explain to people how I'm a Jet fan, and they're like, "Oh, you're a Jet fan." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm a Jet fan." I'm not gonna give that up. But how do you get a guy who can't throw the ball and doesn't want to play? And I don't know, Paul. It's
strange.
You can't explain it. You can't explain it. Well, anyway, have a great day. I'll be there at 12:50.
Thanks, brother.
I don't want to keep reiterating my point, but let's not overdraft Mendoza. Let's see how he does against Alabama in that kind of big boy defense.
Oh boy,
he did okay against Ohio State. He did okay against Ohio State. But Ohio State to me was a little bit questionable in some games. They kind of were struggling in certain scenarios. So, Alabama's played some tough games. So let's see if Mr. Mendoza can come through with that. Thanks, Paul.
Ted. Yeah, thanks, Ted. Appreciate it. We'll see you at 12:50. Yeah, we all feel probably however we feel about Mendoza's, Ty Simpson's, Dante Moore's, or whoever. I am fascinated to see how these guys perform in the lights, under the lights, right? We're going to have the Mendoza-Simpson matchup. How do each perform in that moment? Dante Moore, how does he perform as they go? And it's like I compare it to the NCAA basketball tournament that a player can go in there and he can change his destiny. He can ball out and do crazy shit, and all of a sudden his draft stock dramatically changes. So obviously Mendoza's thought of very highly, so how much more highly, to Ted's point, can you be thought of? But again, he could be more of a sure thing for that perspective. So we'll see what happens for sure. We have 300 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. We're taking your phone calls right now. Let's go to them. It's ECOC up next here.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Just 1 second.
Sure.
Okay, I'm good. Let's just check on my blood sugar.
Okay, and positive result?
147, a little high, but I took my shot.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm gonna eat my.
Okay. What do we got here? Let's go full screen here. Yeah, sure. What is that?
Chicken cutlet.
Oh, chicken. Oh, okay. All right. Nice. Okay, what are you going to do with that? Just eat it straight up as a chicken cutlet? You're going to do something to it? Put it on some bread, perhaps?
That's it. Okay. Oh, no bread. Okay. Bread bad. Bread bad for diabetics.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. No.
I'm going to say something that's going to be very horrible, and everyone's going to be like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't do this! No!"
All right.
Here's Jet Luck. Want to hear Jet Luck?
Sure, I guess.
This is Jet Luck.
All right.
We wind up with the number 1 overall pick, and Mendoza twists his knee and blows out his MCL, ACL, meniscus, and the whole thing in a bowl game. That would be Jet Luck.
Wow, that would be depressing. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
No. But if the Giants and the Raiders do tie today, and then they both lose next week, they stay exactly where they are.
Oh, right.
No matter what happens to
schedule.
us.
Right, correct. That makes sense. Right.
I mean, they won't move. What is it? Giants 1, Raiders 2, Jets 4?
Jets 4,
we could possibly get up to 3, but if they tie today and then lose next week, they lock in what they are right now.
Right.
Now, what we should do to preempt that is get like a big Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I love that.
Tick, 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 tick.
And then what does it fall on?
The team that would, to make it a lottery so that nobody actually fully tanks. And what they do is you put a bigger wedge for the one who's supposedly the number 1 pick, a slightly smaller wedge for number 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the top worst 5 teams go on that wheel. That would prevent tanking. Now, even though the number 1 team would have the biggest wedge, you just spin it that way.
Wait, would Vanna White still be there?
Vanna White don't spin the wheel. She just lights the letters. She used to spin them. Now she just pushes
that's
a
good
button.
Point. Right. She just sort of stands in front of the board now. Oh, wait, who's the new guy? It's not Pat Sajak. Who's the new guy? Ryan Seacrest. Oh, that guy sucks. I hate Ryan Seacrest. What a punchable face he
You're just jealous because he's got no talent and he manages to get every gig.
That's true. That's exactly why I'm jealous. Yeah, that's accurate. I can confirm. Yes. Wow.
He does have a good voice though, so
I guess
everybody kind of likes the guy. So
okay, there you go. That's fine, I guess. But
the NFL should take a wheel and they figure out the dynamics of who's going to be the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th pick. Put them on the wheel. Have the biggest wedge for the 1st round pick, and then smaller down to the 5th pick, and then you spin the fucking wheel. And that's who gets the first round pick.
That's what we do to reveal the Boy Green winners for our raffle every month. It makes a lot of sense.
Well, they do. It's slightly different because somebody can buy their way into it.
Oh, right. So we're not going to allow people to buy their way in.
Right. And then just it's only the 5 worst teams. Whoever would be picks 1 to 5. Put them on the wheel. Spin the wheel.
And how big are how big? What is the differentiation between the wedge sizes based on what? Their records, I assume, and how big is that a weighing factor for how big?
The worst record would get a slightly bigger wedge. And
would you do it NBA draft lottery wise? So again, it used to be because the worst team had a 25% chance, and then recently, over the last couple of years, they changed that. Now the bottom 3 teams have the same chance; it's 14%. So the 3 worst teams have the same size wedge. That didn't used to be the case in the old days. The NBA, the worst team had the 25% biggest wedge. So would it still be the worst team has the biggest wedge? Would 3 teams to avert tanking have the same size wedges?
No, because some team is the worst.
Okay, so they still deserve the biggest wedge if they're the worst.
Right, but it takes the deliberate tanking kind of out of it because you could screw yourself and make yourself look like idiots and then still not get the 1st pick.
Right.
Kind of like us anyway.
Well,
I guess we always figure out how to fuck that up too.
That's true.
And I did drop the F-bomb.
You did. That's all right. That's the internet. That's allowed. So feel free.
That's fine. But I think they should adopt something like that, where it goes on percentages.
All right, 1 second, Easy. You host the show here for a second. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna host the show. Okay, I'll host the show. So if I was gonna have my own show, I don't know what the hell I would do. I would probably ask people to send in text messages and give me thousands and billions of dollars. I'm just kidding.
Okay, there you go. So easy, wonderful job there. Okay, you may hear. I just going to throw this out there. You may hear a weird noise occurring at some point during our conversation here, and I'll try to mute the mic when that happens. I've just been informed there will be an interesting noise about to happen here on the show.
What?
Okay, can you hear that?
Yeah. Was that a child?
No, that's an air mattress that's being deflated from my living room. Is that overpowering? Can you still hear me?
I can't hear it at all.
Oh, you can't hear that sound?
No.
Oh, okay.
What is it, like a gigantic whoopee cushion?
Basically, yep. So it's just
a whoopee cushion built for 10.
Yeah, right. A whoopee cushion of sound. Okay. Oh, I thought you guys could hear it. Okay, great. That's not loud at all.
Funny.
Okay, great.
You should bring the kids on.
I should. I don't know.
So we could say
hello
to the kids.
Now. They should be awake, but I don't know where they are because they're going to say bye to in-laws here and then go out to breakfast. So they should be around here somewhere.
You need an updated wow from Zariah Luna.
I do, and I need something for Polly. I feel like I'm cheating him out. Like my lock screen is my daughter. It's me and her. Let me see here. It is. Yeah, my lock screen is me and her. This cool thing. But he's not in there, so like that feels that feels terrible. So I got to try to incorporate it more. Yeah.
Well, so you could get rid of the Muttley laugh at the end.
That's true, right? Yeah.
But it's cute. She's adorable.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
But
I like your wedgie idea. I like the wedgie idea.
On the spinning wheel, yeah.
Yeah. The wedgie. That could be something.
Only the top five. Only the top. I was going to say top 5 teams. The bottom five teams,
which is the top 5. I understand what you mean. Yeah.
No. Okay. I think because I don't. That will take tanking out of it.
I would think so. I would think so. I've heard someone threw the idea up that you, for the final 2 weeks of the season, you competed to win to get the top 5. Someone put that on Twitter. So like, let's say
they flip it. They flip it.
Yes, right. So let's say there's 5 3-win teams in football. I'm making this up. And then through the final 2 weeks, whoever gets to 4 wins or something, or 5 wins, whatever it is, they're competing to win to earn the number 1 pick in a reverse fashion. I heard that on social media this week. I'm like, interesting.
Well, they could take the 18 teams that are out of the playoffs and then turn that into a round robin tournament to see who gets the best pick.
That could be. That would make a lot of sense.
But no, I couldn't see the Colts being able to get a first round pick, that kind of shit. But I just think you take the 5 worst teams, put them on the wheel, spin it, and even if you give them the exact 20% chance of winning all 5 of them, at least it takes the tanking out.
That's true, right? And I'm all for taking the tanking out, to be honest. And I agree with Intel on. I don't love the NBA lottery. There's too many teams that are outside of like the top 5 that are getting the pick. Like their team, like the Mavericks won the draft lottery a couple years ago. Oh, it was a couple years ago. It was last year with the Cooper Flag thing, and they won it, and they were a halfway decent team. So like some of these teams that are landing the number 1 overall pick, that screws the teams that suck. So yeah, I don't know the perfect answer. I'm not a doctor, but here it is. Hey, there's a request actually. Mr. Famous Fulton. Oh my God, we got like a nightclub scene going on here. He says he has a question for you. So go ahead, Mr. Famous.
Morning, Easy. Morning, Paul.
Yeah, morning, pal.
Morning, Fame.
What in God's green earth is going on in there? This is quite a night.
It's a party. It's a party in here. So.
Okay. Wow, and you got a new headset. That's nice.
Yep.
It's a disco light.
Huh? Yes, it is.
Hey. Oh wow, disco! Can you flip the camera? Let me see this disco light. I hope it doesn't burn out my pupils. I guess.
It's not gonna burn your pupils. Paul.
Where'd you get it? Spencer's Gifts or something?
Yeah. Wait.
Will I get this?
Wait. Where is it? I think you gotta lift it. Yeah, to your left. Oh, here we go. Whoa.
You see it?
Look at the size of that puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
That is a light show like I've never seen.
Oh, yeah.
Insane. Wow. Okay.
Being famous and all.
Yeah.
Talking about more holes than a $5 whore, huh?
that is unbelievable. Jesus. That's wow. That is psychedelic. That's a good word for it, William Ameley in our chat. Wow.
That looks like the inside of my ex-girlfriend's she shed.
Mr. Famous Fulton. Wow. Is this what you got for Christmas?
Yep, I sure have.
God.
Oh, and you got the disco shoot with it? Oh, wow. You can combo.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I come back on next time, I'll try to get it.
Sweet Mother of Jesus.
Yeah. So you said you have a question for EZ, Mr. Famous
Yeah.
Fulton?
EZ, I have a friend of mine. His name's Peter Fulton. He's one of my good friends, and he
Any
was
relation?
wondering. Well, I guess he's related to Jason Mraz or something.
Oh, wait, I forgot that Fulton's your first name, so there is no relation.
Yeah.
Whoops, sorry about that. But anywho, Mr. Famous Fulton, go ahead with your question.
But
Peter.
anyways, Easy. Peter Fulton's a musical and a single. If you want to see if you can join the band, that'd be wonderful. Easy.
Oh, so Peter wants to join the EZ band. How old is Peter? How old is Peter?
I'm trying to think how old he is.
Can you give me a ballpark? If you had to guess.
Yeah.
Like at the carnival, you have to guess someone's age. What's the age?
I forget his age. I think.
Is he close to your age or way older?
Closer to my age, I think, or older or something.
That may eliminate you. Easy has an age restriction to get into the band. So
actually, he might be. Actually, he might be older. Sorry.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Well, if he's old enough, maybe Easy will consider him. But that's a key piece of the puzzle. Got to be old enough.
We already have our lineup set right now, so.
Okay, so you can be like a fill-in. You could be a fill-in if someone gets hit with a bus or something, you know.
Well,
if you need
you have to be in Raleigh.
Yeah, that's also true. Is he in North Carolina? Can he?
No, he lives in Indiana.
Okay, so he'd have to travel. The travel may be an issue.
He'd have a hell of a commute.
Right. Yeah. He did a lot of his new songs that he wrote, and he said he's gonna do a song that we're gonna write together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a duet together. So we're gonna try to do that and see how it goes because we're gonna write a new
Coffee Club
song
band.
and everything.
So we could put a band together. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, we're gonna have the tailgate, so I mean, there's gonna be opportunities to perform. We have DJs and music equipment. I mean, our guy Lou B Super Jets fan has all the equipment necessary for a potential Boy Green Coffee Club band. That would be wow.
Okay. That'd be a great idea. What do you think? Easy. What do you think?
No.
Okay,
oh, come on.
We're going to have to work on that.
Let me think for a minute. No.
Oh, okay. So we'll work on it, Mr. Famous Fulton. We'll work on it behind the scenes, okay? But Mr. Famous Fulton, thanks for showing us your brand new disco action.
Yeah.
Hey, one more time. Can you just show us the life of the party in there? Give it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Of course. Yeah. Here we go.
I'm trying to think it's easier.
Yeah. Whichever way is easier. Yeah,
this is like a bad trip.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Man, I think I gotta hold.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Oh, nice.
Wow.
It's a party happening in there, Mr.
Easy, you can make a beat for that one. Yeah, you might make a beat for that one, Easy. That would be good one.
Awesome.
It's a bad acid trip, is what it is, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we've all been there. Wow, Easy, Mr. Famous Fulton. This is great, Mr. Famous Fulton. Thank you so much, pal.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next time.
Oh, wait. Whoops. I don't know what the hell I just did here. I don't know what button the hell I'm... Oh, there we go. Whoops. I don't know what the hell just happened there. Wow. Disco balls and coffee club bands, and wow, we've covered a lot of ground here, folks. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us here for the Jets Patriots pregame show. I think we talked about Jets Patriots probably somewhere in there, maybe. I don't know. But folks, a reminder, here's the brand new Boy Green merch shop. It is now officially open. It's in the YouTube description down below. It'll be in the YouTube description down below of every video from today moving forward. So don't go back to any old videos and go to the merch shop because that merch shop is defunct. It is, that link is still up, so I'll have to try to find a way to shut it down. But the shipping and everything was just too crazy. So you'll know it's the right place because there's only 2 items right now in the merch shop, but that could be growing here in the near future. So again, mugs, shirts, and you'll also know this because the brand is Dirty Sketch Designs. That is the new merch shop that we're working with. So again, Dirty Sketch Designs. You should see that on the merch shop for it to be the real thing. So that is awesome. Indy says, is there an option for a coffee mug with less beard? Not at this point, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. Hopefully we just get the beard growing back to the normal level it was at before, but we do have the brand new merch shop. Hope you guys can check it out. And again, if it has an outstanding response, then new things can be added and things of that nature. Folks, thank you so much for joining us for this crazy show today. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. We always cover a lot of interesting ground, and we'll be back at 12:50 for a live watch party and play-by-play analysis of the Jets Patriots rematch. Again, that's coming up 12:50 right here on youtube.com/BoyGreen25. Hit the subscribe button, baby. Shout out. Thank you so much. By the way, real quick shout out to everyone that gifted memberships. We had a membership gifting train today. MFC, Austrian Jet Fan, NC Green. Welcome Justin Ferrocho, who sent in a super sticker and joined the Boy Green Coffee Club. T-Town Jet, Joshua Langley, and all the people that have hit up the merch shop so far. You guys are absolutely the best. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys thank you again. Just thank you from the bottom of the heart. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you in a little bit. Take care.